Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
Thanks very much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, where you make the call on the Bordas and Bordas hotline. It's 412-575-2600. Bob Pompeani, Gene Collier, who's still not yet on the clock. He will be in 5 seconds. Until then, we cannot get comments from Gene. He is strictly from 10:35 until 10:35. Here we are.
What do you want to know?
The clock is struck 10:35, so Gene Collier is in the building and ready to speak. You can too. Call us, tweet us at KDPomp, at Gene Collier. And Gene, I'm going to throw a little curveball at you and have some baseball
can't hit
talk.
the curve.
Yes, we're going to talk about
I can't hit the curve, Bob. That's
Major
why
League
I'm not
Baseball.
a baseball player.
Well, Major League Baseball may be looking at a universal designated hitter. Mm-hmm. It's in the American League, and it seems like it's destined to come to the National League. There are people who do not like it. I know my friend Greg Brown goes out of his way to say no, DH, ban the DH. I got a feeling. Bob Walk, all those. How do you sit on DH, and are you old school enough to just keep it the way it is, or do you like putting a bat that actually can hit in a lineup?
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, Bob. I'm against the DH, but I think it's inevitable. The union is never going to go for the other, possible alteration, which is, no DH in either league. You're talking about union jobs there. And I think one of the things that will accelerate the DH, the universal DH into existence, is that it is a bargaining chip for the union. The union can say, okay, we want universal DH. In exchange, you can make drastic changes to the format of the game. Those are also on the table, things such as moving the pitcher rubber back or lowering the mound. And one or both of those things I feel is necessary, perhaps with the addition of the pitch clock, and now apparently there's a proposed rule that would force teams not to have so-called openers. Or if you do have,
right.
No, that the proposed rule is something like, if the starting pitcher does not go 5 innings and allows no runs, he then cannot pitch for 10 days. Something along those lines.
I also saw where they want every pitcher, no matter who comes in the game, minimum face 3 batters, which I do not like because, the whole strategy in baseball is lefty-righty. If you have a guy who's capable, like Andrew Miller, he was signed by St. Louis for that very reason. He's a lefty who's nasty. So why should you have to go in there for 3 batters when the manager wants you to get 1 out?
Yeah, I don't really like that rule. I think a lot of the pitching issues can be solved by limiting the number of pitchers. I think you can go back. You should mandate a 10-man staff. 10-man pitching staffs were never mandated. They were just kind of the tradition in baseball and the way managers like to construct their rosters. Now some teams are carrying 13, sometimes 14 pitchers, and that gives the manager, in my view, too much flexibility.
All right, we'd like to talk baseball with you, so give us a call on that topic at 412-575-2600. Also today, the Penguins practiced after a real dud of an effort last night. I credit Carolina more than I do blame the Penguins. I thought Carolina played a beautiful road game, and they're just faster to the puck. Penguins, had some good chances early, could not crack Curtis McElhaney, and they ended up losing 4-0. So today they go to practice, and Matt Murray is not there. And now he has an upper body injury, although it is not a concussion, but he has injuries throughout the course of his brief career here. It's been a tremendous career in terms of Cups won and big game success, but Genie also has this injury thing that seems to follow him around. And I don't know what it is other than its upper body. So Tristan Jarry has been recalled, but it's kind of disappointing because he was out for a while, came back 11 games, went on a tremendous tear, and now here he is injured again.
Yeah, he was really brilliant when he came back, and you hate to kind of hang that on somebody that they have a history of injuries, but it's just the fact now with Matt Murray, he has a history of injuries.
He does, and he'll be in Florida tomorrow. Very interesting because Nick Bukestad and Jared McCann will go against his former team, and that, of course, means Derek Brassard will go against his former team. That's all tomorrow in Sunrise, Florida. And before we sunset on this segment, I also want to bring up the fact that this was National Letter of Intent Day. And Again. Well, this was the official one, so it's now down to your class. And for Pitt, they had 20 in their class of 2019, but they only had 1 WPIAL recruit, and that would be Will Gibson. And I know Pat Narduzzi, like a lot of coaches, when they come in and take a job, say, hey, we're going to put a fence around this area. We're going to make sure we get him. Well, Daquan Hardy, build a wall. Daquan Hardy went to Penn State, and MJ Devonshire ends up going to, of all places, Kentucky, which I didn't think had a chance, but they got him as well. What's your take on? See, to me, as long as it's good talent and it works for you, I don't care where it comes from.
You've got to recruit nationally. That's been that way for a long, long time, longer than people in Western Pennsylvania care to admit.
412-575-2600. That is the number. At KD Pomp, at Gene Collier. We'll take your calls, your tweets, your opinions, all next. Right here live on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, Pittsburgh CW.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters.